What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and it is currently like 3:30 in the morning where I'm at right now. But just as I was about to lay down to go to sleep, something told me to check the news, and apparently there is a very crazy situation unfolding inside of a shopping mall in Australia as we speak. Now, when I saw this news, I was like, do I really need to make a video about this right now in the wee hours of the morning? But then I thought, you know what? I actually have a good bit of subscribers from down under. So I figured I would go ahead and record this video because this is a very, very scary situation. Apparently, some guy just went on a unaliving spree. Let's just call it that. There's a lot of rumors and unconfirmed reports out there floating online right now as we speak. And like I said, it's the wee hours of the morning, so trying to figure out what actually went down and what actually happened is kind of difficult at the moment. But, you know, as the hours go by, I'm sure we'll find out more information. But apparently this guy stabbed multiple people. I've seen reports that one person is dead, 4 people are dead, 10 people are dead. I don't know. Like I said, at this moment, we don't have confirmation from the authorities over there in this area of Australia. So we don't know how many people have been killed. What I can tell you is I've seen some shocking videos and some shocking footage that I simply cannot show you here on YouTube. Maybe I'll share some of those videos over on my Twitter X account. So if you haven't already, go check out that account. Give me a follow over there. But yeah, I mean, this is a very traumatic situation. But I don't have a lot of information about what has transpired right now, other than I know that the attacker, he has been killed. But there's all these reports of, oh, maybe, you know, there were gunshots, maybe this is just a stabbing. And I'm thinking that maybe the gunshots that people heard were actually from law enforcement when they took this guy down. But there's even videos out there of people in the mall trying to fight this dude off with like chairs and stuff. Like I said, a very traumatic situation, but I'm going to go ahead and roll this news clip because they have more information about this situation than I do right now. So let's listen to what they have to say, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
What's the situation where you are now?
Yeah, look, we've heard incredible stories of panic and distress here this afternoon. I'm amongst crowds behind me of thousands of people that have been evacuated here. Now, I've got Santiago here with me. Santiago, you were just let out of the shopping centre just moments ago. What did you witness inside?
My girlfriend called me. She said that her mom works upstairs, level 3, and she said, oh, look, please be careful, they're shooting. So I couldn't hear her well. I came out outside and I just started hearing, listening a bunch of shoots. My reaction instantly was just to put all the customers inside, close the doors of the shop, and yeah.
So you work at Harris Farm and you actually heard the shooting unfold.
Yeah.
What did that sound like?
It was quite far, but you could still hear like, bah, 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 bah. And I just saw people running around, so my instinct was just to put all the customers inside and close the shop.
And how concerning was that? How did you go inside?
It was quite difficult because there was a lot of things stopping the door, but thankfully, thank God, we're okay. We're all good, yeah.
And Rochelle, you've just heard news that your mother has been let out of the shopping centre and she's okay. How is she doing?
She's still in shock. She called me and she called me to say goodbye and everything because she didn't know what was going on. She just heard the gun and then she called me and then I called Santi to just tell him to hide as well. And then I just rushed here.
And you told me she was hiding too?
Yeah, she was hiding in the closet. So she just got out because the police just let her out, but otherwise she didn't know what was happening. She had another colleague with her inside, and she just called me. She's finally out. So.
Really good to hear that, Rochelle. Now, Mark, just to recap, we heard reports at 3:30 this afternoon of a man with a knife running around stabbing multiple people. Now, Kevin here was a witness of that man as he ran past. Kevin, what did you see?
Yeah, I just came out of the hairdresser, and what I saw first was a gentleman chasing him, saying that you've just stabbed my wife. And then as he came up to me, he had the knife, which was massive. And then everybody started, everybody was in shock. And then the attacker then went up the escalator to another level, and then we were all put back into the shops.
And so that man was yelling, "You've just stabbed my wife."
Yeah.
How did he look? And did you see that woman?
He was chasing him, so he was chasing. But the attacker was very casual. He was just walking along. He had some sort of rugby or football shirt on, but he was carrying the knife. So, and then once we were back in the hairdressers, maybe 5 minutes later, then we heard the gunshots. So we didn't know the gunshots were upstairs. We didn't know if they were on the other side of the centre. So just everybody was panicking.
Now, Mark, I've spoken to a man this afternoon who was there when the suspect was running along after he had stabbed multiple people. He was with a group of people that were ready to almost make a citizen's arrest. However, that's when the female police officer intervened and deployed her gun. Now, we've also just seen little children with face masks on being walked out of the shopping centre here as well. So a very traumatic time for all ages, and there are still thousands of people here around. So the situation is very much unfolding, and we've still got plenty of emergency services on scene.
And Andrew, if you can hear me, can you talk us through what happened?
Oh, well, we just arrived, me and my daughter, and as we sort of arrived in the car park, we were sort of going down into the escalators, and people just started running everywhere. They were just running out, knocking us all out of the way, basically. I'm sorry, the helicopter's going over now. And then people just saying, "Don't go down, there's been a stabbing." We started talking to these people. People were falling over the escalators. This lady had hurt herself. There was just general pandemonium trying to get out of there. We turned around as quickly as we could and got out.
That was an incredible scene that you witnessed. You're saying that people were literally sort of falling over one another.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there was a lady, she'd fallen over on the escalator. There was just a lot of people just really panicking at their way up there.
And Andrew, have you been able to process, even at this stage, what's actually happened here? It's a beautiful afternoon in Sydney, a fantastic day, and this has unfolded.
Well, the thing is, as we were getting out of there, my daughter's friends, they were all on these WhatsApp groups. They were stuck in Cotton On. They'd all been ushered into the storeroom. They couldn't get out. So it's just other friends of mine, their kids were stuck in there. It just seems to have just permeated all around Bondi at the moment. Everybody seems to know somebody who's in there or been in there.
And it's your understanding that police have got the attacker and the attackers?
Yeah, I'm not sure, mate. I can't tell you about that.
Okay. And have you seen people in the last half an hour or so, have you seen people that were hiding, have they been able to come out of Bondi Junction?
I believe so, yeah. As we were leaving, there was just pandemonium. People were just running all over Bondi Junction to kind of get out of there. That's really all I can say.
Yeah. And do you have a sense, Andrew, that when those people were coming out, that they understood roughly what was going on? Did they know that there was some kind of attacker in the building?
Oh, absolutely. People were absolutely petrified. It was, and just so many young kids. That's the scary thing. Just so many young kids just running around.
Okay, Andrew.
Now, currently at the time of this recording, at least, we don't have a motive. We don't know this guy's name, where he's from, and there's even confusion as to how he carried out this attack. because some people are saying he had, you know, a firearm and a knife, and there's all of these conflicting reports because no one really knows exactly what happened. But I've seen videos of multiple victims. Like I said, you can follow me on Twitter if you want to see more of that. I know they've evacuated the area, and it's just, you know, this is something that we see, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost more shocking because this happened in Australia. If this happened in America, it would be like, oh yeah, it's just another day. But seeing stuff like this happen in a different country, I guess it's more shocking because you don't see this as much. But I think it also goes to show that, you know, if someone's crazy and wants to try to go on one of these sprees of hurting people, they're going to do it regardless. You know, they'll use whatever they can get their hands on. Even, you know, we've seen people use cars and stuff like that. But it's just a crazy time to be alive. People are losing their minds and going crazy all over the world. You know, unfortunately, places like Australia and places like right here in America, we're also importing a lot of violent people from all over the world. I'm not sure if that played a factor in this situation, but we'll find out more. Or, you know what? Maybe we won't. Maybe they will memory hold this and try to hide the motive. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Right now, like I said, it's the wee hours of the morning, and we're going to have to figure out more in the coming hours. But for now, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. If you would like to donate, you could donate via Cash App or Super Thanks, or you can help the channel for free by liking and subscribing. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.